Good morning, everybody, and welcome back. Or if you're new here, welcome to a new edition of Kingly Conversations, man. And we got a real hot one for you today. But before we get into all of that, you know what time it is, man. Zoe's got some shout-outs.
Good morning. Just would like to say thank you to all the voters who went out and did your part for your country. Appreciate you.
Hey, this week, we talking about the election reflection. So strap in. Let the Kings talk about it. All right, good people, and welcome back, man, to another edition of Kingly Conversations. And as I am every single week, you know who it is, man. It's Alan.
Top of the morning, this is Twine, a.k.a. Ask Me About My Podcast. You know what time it is? Let's go.
It's your friend, your mentor, Calvin D. Hill.
Might not be your mentor after
Not after the day. Not after the day.
All right, gentlemen.
So it's your topic.
Let's get straight into it. All right.
I need a siren. I need
the topic.
So
go ahead.
We need a siren, like a police
we need
siren,
that
or like
purge sound. That
Oh yeah.
You know I never watched those movies.
You need to.
I've only seen one of them.
Go ahead.
I've never seen the movies, but I'm ready for a purge. Anyway, let's move on.
You're not ready for a purge.
2024. You're right. 2024 election reflection. Now, the reason why I came up with this topic is very clear that we just had an election that we had 2024. It was Harris versus Trump, amongst some other things going on.
In the United States, it is, but I'm sure y'all know that. I'm sure y'all know that.
So, I was just... First of all, I was tired of all the antics leading up to the election. And then after the fact, just, seeing everything and hearing everything, watching it, hearing the narrative on both sides, because either way, Democratic or Republican, I'm in the middle. I don't worry about what side I'm going to choose. I'm normally looking at policies and trying to figure out what's going to, I vote for something that would reflect on me personally. So with that being said, I have friends on both sides and we have conversations. One side particularly, it was a whole lot of rhetoric. It was a whole lot of antics. And I could not get a clear understanding on that side. However.com, if you're listening, feel free to hit me up, hit King Conversations up so we can have a real conversation about it, even though it's after the fact. So with that being said, gentlemen, I hope y'all doing well today. How are y'all doing this morning?
Hey, man, I'm always good.
Good. Calvin?
Go down this checklist.
All right. Looks like somebody's ready. All right. So my first question was, now it says, why didn't people show up for the vice president, Kamala Harris? I say that because I remember a time back when Obama was running and you had to wait in line just to vote. You had to wait in line. Now, this year I voted early and my daughter came back from college because she wanted to vote and there was some legalities going on where she couldn't do it where she was at. So she had to come back home and take care of business. So I also went during the actual day of election and I noticed the lines were empty. The lines were empty. Yep. It was nowhere near the amount of people that I saw prior to when Obama was.
Are you surprised?
But here's the thing.
Unfortunately, bro, I was expecting more.
Here's what's crazy. So all of that is true in Virginia. Here's the crazy thing about Virginia. Virginia still voted for the vice president as a state. Even with those lack of people at the lines, Virginia still voted for the vice president. Didn't matter. In the end, it didn't matter, but Virginia was still blue. For those that may not be in the United States, blue is Democrats, red is Republicans, green, I think it's Libertarian.
Thank you for that.
So Virginia still voted for the vice president as a state. Now, sure, all of the rural areas didn't, but unfortunately for the people that live in those rural areas, all of the populated areas including Charlottesville, surprisingly, did vote for the vice president.
Maybe the time I went.
No, it's very different. But at the time Obama ran, we didn't have as much early voting. We didn't have as much absentee ballots. We didn't have as much mail-in. So there are gonna be less people physically at the polls today. Because I voted 4 weeks ago or 3 weeks ago.
Right.
So I wasn't gonna be in line because I voted 3 weeks ago so that I wouldn't be in line.
Me too.
But
not 3 weeks ago. But.
So there is a reason why you now the truth is still 10 to 15 million fewer people voted in this election than voted in the last one.
That's correct.
I'm just saying for Virginia, so which is what you would have seen. Virginia still voted blue. So
gotcha. Well, thank you for that.
Like I said, I was looking at this stuff.
I love it. That's why I rock with you because you got to get all the details, the analytics. So that was just one thing that I've noticed, that the lines were a little bit lackadaisy, for the lack of better words, compared to what I've seen before, standing in line, even though I voted early and I was able to see, go back and see the election day. I walked in and walked out in less than 2 minutes. That it was.
It took me longer on early voting. It was a longer line at early voting.
No, it would. Honestly, it took a little longer because my daughter had to do like a special vote in regards to using her student ID and all this other stuff. She had to verify to make sure that she wasn't illegal in the States. So, shout out to her. It was her first time voting. So, even though she was highly disappointed and gotten her feelings like most people have. Let's go down this list here. What we got, guys?
Well, Calvin didn't answer that question.
Oh.
Yeah, I know you so.
Well,
I know Calvin got stuff to say.
I know exactly why they ain't show up.
Why didn't people show up?
Because they ain't like the choice.
That's why there's so many
that's why so
votes.
many people didn't show up. Because we didn't like the choices you forced in our face. You gave us a criminal and a young black lady. That's what the majority of white Americans were looking at.
They chose a criminal.
And they chose the criminal. The thing they said and came across so many people on the Norfolk Naval Base said,
man,
we are going to choose the lesser of two evils. You idiots.
No. They said
the lesser. No. I'm telling you what people that I work with
was
tell
the lesser
you.
of two evils. They said the felon was the lesser of two evils.
We are going to pick the lesser of two evils.
Yes. Yep.
That was the majority consensus on that place. Man, that's ridiculous.
I did have a conversation with my.
It's ridiculous.
With my coworkers.
Keep moving. Y'all asked for the smoke this morning.
We just having a conversation. We just having a conversation.
I'm slightly.
My thought was similar to what you was just saying as far as what people were thinking, because there was a split down the middle decision because there was a female that had a conversation with another gentleman, and the gentleman he was lacking conversation and emotional control about his decision and what he was going to do. So I had to shut it down. I was like, so what y'all saying is either you're voting for a highly qualified black female or you're voting for a felon is what we talking about right now. So in regards to what you're saying, and shut it down immediately, and everybody walked away with.
But that's what the
consensus is.
Yeah,
gotcha.
Because it was. I'm not voting for him. I'm voting against her. I'm voting against a woman leader. Mm-hmm. That's what the message, to me, that's the message you just sent every black woman, every woman in America. We would rather have somebody that we know is messed up and wrong than to have a woman lead the country. That's what you just told them. If you don't think that's the message, I don't know what you're watching. Mm-hmm. I don't know what you're looking at. Mm-hmm. Your nation hasn't changed their thinking behind that perspective. Behind women leadership, the country has spoken. There's no discussion. Mm-hmm. Stop asking yourself, have we progressed? No, the country just made it plain. No, that we're not there yet.
And you know what? I would just tie this in as well, that when I ask people or try to ask people, okay, so because I try not to be judgmental, and I ask because I want to have an understanding. So, what policies do you like the most about the candidate that you're voting for, or that you are looking towards voting for? And I could not get a clear answer. And also, most people that I asked, they would give me a reason for, like, they'll give me a policy, but then they will give me a half-witted answer about the policy, letting me know they don't even know what the policy is. So you just take what's given to you, fed to you through whatever source of information that you're getting it from, whether it's liable or non-liable. Reliable. Thank you. So what are you telling me? You don't know who. So you, like Calvin said, it ain't nothing about the policies that you're voting for.
It's the face.
It's the face and the image and the
keep that word in mind.
What's that?
Face or image?
The image.
The image. Yeah. So, and that was concerning to me because, like, y'all vote. Well, most people were voting not knowing any of the policies, and the policies that they were talking about had nothing to do with them and would not affect them in no way. Are you making over $300,000 a year? Are you? So how are these tax cuts benefiting you, sir?
Oh, they're not going to benefit you at all.
Exactly.
It's not even $300,000. You got to make well over $1 million a year.
Thank you.
Benefit you.
Thank you for correcting me. Like, and that's the thing. Like, y'all, people voting for stuff that it sounds good, it look good on paper, but how is that really going to affect you, and how is that going to help you?
It's because they believe the lies. Because one of the other things that people kept saying was that, well, my food prices are so high, gas prices are so high, as though there's anything that. Like, these are private businesses that are making your food prices high.
Correct.
This is not the government making your food prices high. We don't like Russia. We're not like Russia. We're not providing groceries to the public. So they're not like so what I realized is that by and large, let's see, how can I say this? People are stupid. That's what I because they will believe the lies.
Drop a bomb on that.
You want me to drop a bomb on it? Which one was it? This one.
Just call everybody stupid.
Because
call the whole nation stupid.
Yeah,
you just absolutely call everybody that voted stupid
because didn't vote. They get so involved in the first thing that they heard is true. Regardless of what information comes up after that, the first thing that I heard, it is so difficult for people to let go of whatever is the first thing that they were told, especially if it came to them from a source that they trust. And I'm a person I question what everybody tells me first. So, because I found that, people that have looked at these, these political, especially the ads, I find that people really believe the stuff to be on these ads. Like, they really believe it. Because why would somebody chop up a discussion to make me believe something? Well, because you believe it, and if they can get you to believe it, why does it need to be true? That's all. If they can get you to believe it, it doesn't even need to be true. So,
and that's all. That's what it boils down to.
That is what it boils down to, man. But the other reason I say that is because from the exit polling data. Now, of course, exit polling data is not. They can't talk to everybody, and people still lie. Mm-hmm. So, but the vast majority of people that had a bachelor's degree, vast majority of people that had bachelor's degrees and above in the United States still voted for the vice president. The problem with that, though, is the vast majority of Americans don't have either of those things.
Gotcha.
But everybody that was like associate's degree, some college, or just high school, or no high school, or didn't finish high school, overwhelmingly voted for Donald Trump. Yep.
Are you trying to make the statement that the uneducated voted for Donald Trump?
Yes.
Jesus.
That's exactly what happened. By and large. The uncolleged
that's sad.
Voted for Donald Trump.
That's crazy.
But here's one thing I will take all the way to my grave is that one of the classes that I had to take, at least at the school I went to, couldn't graduate without it, was logic and critical thinking. Like, it was a course that you had to take.
Now, logic and critical thinking is a
And
lost art in this generation, bro. I
wish they would teach it in. I wish they would teach it in elementary, middle, and high school.
No.
But if they did,
this country would come to a screaming halt.
Be a very different place to live if they actually taught logic and critical thinking.
Because people will actually see the results of the choices they are about to make ahead of time.
Yeah,
like you, if somebody gave you a script of what will happen in 2025, just outline, these are the steps we're going to take.
The thing,
that's crazy too.
It's not real.
That's crazy. If somebody, like, no joke, writes a manifest, what do you call it? A project outline.
It's called a mandate of leadership. If 2025.
Well, they write it in 4 years.
I understand that. That's what I'm saying. Yeah. But if they tell you ahead of time, if we get in office, this is what we are going to do, and you go read that, and you look at the other party and they do something similar, and you say, hey, this is what we're going to do. And then you get to decide which one you want to happen. It's like, y'all ignored that and go with the face.
Well, you know why?
Congratulations. You will reap what you sow. Your choices. Oh, what did you say, Alan? You're not you can do what you want to do, but you're not above the consequences of your choice.
Mm-hmm. All day.
America, you are not above the consequences of your choice. So just stand by and take good notes, because obviously, look, it's a mistake the first time. It's a choice the second time.
Here's the thing, though.
It's a mistake the first time. This is a choice.
Because we are so easily, because as soon as people started hearing about it. Now, here's the thing. Whether the incoming president is aware of the document Project 2025 or not doesn't even matter, because if you look at all the Republican presidents that we've had,
it was on the same track.
Well, 30 to 60% of what was in the document is what they put in place.
Yeah.
Every single one of them. So like, it don't matter to me whether or not you know about this document or not, because you gonna know about it by day one. And they're going to be in your ear by day one. If you didn't know about it before, they're going to be in your ear.
See, my thing is, this is me personally, I don't believe in the face. I just don't. I believe in the part. It take one man or one woman is not going to dictate everything that happens in your country, people. There's groups and large groups of people that are helping these events happen. So get it out your mind, or it's this person's fault, or this person's reason to, you geniuses.
I have an issue with that in regards of people putting their faith into the politics, either side.
Oh, geez, here we go. Go ahead.
So my thing is, how should I say this?
Straight.
I'll say it straight.
Straight.
I don't like it when people do that. My perspective is, I'm not looking for nobody to save me on the Democratic side or the Republican side. I'm not looking. That's why I am not. There's a lot of people out here in America that have lost hope because they put their faith into this system and they got duped. That's plain as I could put it. Now, for me, realistically, either side, whether the Democrats would have won, whether the Republicans would have won, I'm not concerned about any of that, because I know that, first of all, it's not going to affect me. I'm not looking for them to save me. So I think people should be more focused on getting their stuff together, man, so they can put themselves in a better position, so they won't have to worry about the antics that's going on right now. Put yourself in a better position, man. What are we doing? Focusing on somebody come and save you with a check in your hand.
But see, that's exactly why. And I've said it before on this podcast. That's exactly why I don't vote my own interest. I vote the interest of what I think is going to make the country better.
Right.
But so many people that have your same belief still vote their own interest. And so that I don't know that that's true. You're not looking for somebody to come save you, but you sure are looking for somebody to make it better for you. So whereas I'm like, hey, look, if I feel like I'm gonna be good either way. So let me look at these policies. What policies do you have? Which is the reason why. So one of the things that, because I wrote down the policies, and when you put the question down, one of the things that I was like, man, what's going to help the most people out? Well, legalizing marijuana will definitely help the people that look like me out, because we have even to today, if one person gets picked up for marijuana that don't look like me, and one person gets picked up for marijuana that do look like me, the person that get picked up for marijuana is going to get more time that looks like me than the person that don't. 100% of the time. Okay, maybe 99. Fine, I'll give you 1%. But so if they legalize or even just decriminalize marijuana, that'll keep a lot more fathers at the house, a lot more people out of the jail system, so that they don't recidivate because of something dumb. Because once you go in, once you have that felony, now you got to work at KFC.
No, that's
or
not
you can
true.
be president.
You can be president.
No, you can't. Not if you're black. You can't. No, you can't.
Well,
if you're black, you can't even have a parking ticket. So that's why I say, like, I looked at the policy. I said, okay, they talking about legalizing marijuana. Yep. They're talking about paid family medical leave. Yep. That'll help out a lot of people, because we are still we're the only country in the developed world that doesn't have paid family medical leave. The only one. And we talking about we great. Man, shut up. Sit down.
I had a.
They also wanted Supreme Court term limits. I want term limits for everybody. Yeah. So since I want term limits for everybody, yep. I think that would really help, because I'm not necessarily ageist, but these old people got to go.
Oh my God, here we go.
Old
go to the next one.
Like that. You know, some of these people got to go, because you got ideas. From when you were 40, and when you were 40, you were helping lynch people. So sit down. You got to go. I need the government to reflect its current population, and it don't. It reflects my mother's generation, but it doesn't reflect mine or the generations behind me.
I don't like being gaslighted.
Jesus,
I really don't.
Well, you live in America,
and I'll tell you why. I'll tell you why I say this.
How you were gaslighted?
Yeah, give me an example. How were you gaslighted this election cycle?
So, I was at an event. Nice mixed crowd of folks. For the most part, I was slightly uncomfortable, but I held my ground. All right. So we had conversations with people that were Caucasian and different races and backgrounds and ethnics, and the ethnic background and all that. So what was the gaslighting part was everybody was talking all this trash about the former president, Donald Trump. And they was like, oh, this, that, and the third, the policies of this and that and the third. And so I'm like, okay, all right. And they was all, and it was women too, Caucasian women. And they were having a conversation about this. And then after the election, had a conversation with them same women. Guess who they voted for?
Donald Trump. Absolutely.
They did. Absolutely. And I was thinking to myself, hey, yo.
Were they married?
Huh?
Were they married women?
No.
Oh, okay. Well, never mind.
No.
I tried.
Previously married, but not married at the current moment.
Well, but like Calvin said.
Don't put on a front for me just because you see my skin tone and you think it's cool. I don't, what is that?
Like Calvin said.
If you going be you. Do your thing. I'd rather you be honest versus playing these games and thinking or trying to put on this facade like you're one thing, but then it's like when it comes down to it, well, then you're going to make up an excuse. Well, the kids in the schools and the gender.
That was
because they got lied to too.
That was one of the concerns that. Go ahead.
I'm listening. Go ahead. I'm done.
About the education, about what the Republican Party wanted to do with the public education systems.
Yeah. They want to completely dismantle it.
That was concerning.
It ain't concerning for people that got money, because they still gonna send their kids to school. But my thing is, if the country so you want to dismantle the Department of Education. What I would like to see happen, but this is a state level situation. I would like to see you just say, okay, we are gonna, for every child at your school, we will give you X amount of dollars, regardless of what the real estate taxes are in that area. Because right now your public school is paid for at the state level by the real estate, by the local level, by the real estate taxes, which means if you live in a better neighborhood, your kids' school will get more money.
Right.
And I'm like, no. If we saying if y'all saying y'all pro life, then be pro life all the time. Say every child is worth $750.
That's not the message.
It ain't the message. They say if you live in a better neighborhood, you're gonna get a better education.
Right. That's the message.
So now you got to. So now, but if you can't afford to live in that neighborhood, your child just gets books from 17 years ago.
That's the message.
Yep.
Congratulations.
Dude said,
And that is what you. So that's okay.
your kid is gonna go
But here's
as
the.
Tim and come back as Timamatha.
Jesus.
And I don't even know. You know,
Like they doing
No, but
surgeries
see,
in the
no,
facility?
listen, no,
That
but
is what they were told.
No, hold on.
That is
hold
what they
on,
were told.
Hold on.
And so that they believe the lies.
Hold on.
Hold on about what we want.
Give
What's
your
up?
kids to Caesar, and they will come out as Romans.
I'm sorry.
Give your kids to Caesar, and they will come out as Romans.
Meaning,
You're giving your kids to a government system anyway. So they're going to come out the way that the government system wants them to come out. That's why our kids are coming out the same. It just changes over the years. When our generation was coming up, most of the black kids that was under the public school system
Were
were
rappers.
coming out right. Oh, and no, real talk, man. Our generation, we were thuggish.
I only laugh because I was definitely
exactly. We were thuggish. We were rappers. We were athletes. We were very aggressive and angry, fight and kill each other. That was done intentionally. So now the agenda has changed. So pay attention and don't look at it. Most of your kids are coming out. Or most of your young men are coming out a little sweet, soft. They're not. We're not raising our children the same way. They're not coming out of this system the same way.
oh, okay.
So
That's what I'm saying.
Sweet and
so
soft.
so you.
They're coming out different.
The chewy
They're
batch.
coming. They're coming out
but-
different. All I'm
but-
saying, they're coming out different.
But guess what?
Give your kids to Caesar.
Say it plain, sir.
Hey, I ain't know because all of them not, but all of them are different.
Okay.
The generations have changed, and if you look at what's coming out and the ideologies coming with them, you can see it coming through the colleges next. Just pay attention. All I'm saying is pay attention to what the system is producing. So for them to say, I'm going to change the education system, that means something is about to be produced. I'm about to change something because I need to move this along. I need to move the plan along.
Well,
What am I doing?
Well, we know what the agenda is for the red side.
I-
They want to stop all of that.
Hey, listen.
In
This
regards-
is my train. Go ahead.
In regards to what you just said, as far as them give the kids to Caesar and they'll come out as Romans, whatever you said. Is that what you said? All right, bet. So they don't want that, so they're going to change it.
Listen, okay. This is what I'm saying.
No. In regards to where it's going now, they're trying to redirect it
All right.
to where they don't come out sweet. It's what they. I'm assuming. I'm assuming.
No.
I mean, well-
No. Because what they're saying is the people that can afford a better education, that can get their kids out of the system, then they will pay for it over here. It sets you up differently. That's what I'm saying. The people that don't have the means to get the education to their kids early, the kids that do will be ahead. They're going to produce something different later on. While our kids that are in the system will be continuously produced what the system will create. It's going to come out. Just pay attention.
Like cookie cutters.
Cookie cutters. And I'm telling people, at this point, get out of red and blue and look at what's happening. Get out of the thought that, oh, you have this guy and this woman. Get out of this thought pattern because we're being set up, people. You're about to be smacked in the face. And we're giving them our consent. We're saying, yes, it's okay.
Not everybody.
Yes,
gave
yes,
their
we
consent.
did, man.
Nope, not everybody
Participation
gave
is consent to
their
me.
consent.
Participation is consent.
Okay.
That
Well, so even if you don't participate, that's still consent.
no, it's not.
Because
all right,
you just
so
allowed it.
all right. I have a test. I have a plan. I have an agenda. Okay.
Yeah.
You're gonna be the face of my agenda. Alan will be the face of the next agenda. Guess what, Alan? Your job is to do X, Y, Z. Zoe, your job is to do X, Y, Z. Well, A, B, C. Okay, both ends of the spectrum. Who wins? Who wins? I get a bunch of people in this room and vote. Who wins? Vote. Alan has the best plan.
I don't
to
put
get more
my faith in no.
No, but you listen. You have to. You have to. You have to. If you don't, you're wrong. If you don't, pick Alan. He's the man. He has education for you. He got money. So that's gonna make your life happy. Gonna party and dance. Which one you gonna pick?
And he a felon.
And he a felon. He grab him by the. He do it. Y'all like it? Y'all want to hear it? Hey, real talk. Y'all want pick one. All I'm telling you to do is pick. Who wins in this situation? Give me which one of y'all? Who win?
The elites.
Who win? Guess what? I win. You know why I win?
Why do you win?
Because it's my agenda anyway. I just gave you which one you want to do first. That's what I'm telling you. I win. The elite, with the people you never saw. All I did was put this face, this crazy face, and then paraded him in front of you for 2 years. Hey, we're going to lock him up. Hey, he stormed the Capitol. Hey, it's his fault. Hey, the country just went through hell in the high water because of him. Did you like that? Oh, but I'm going to get the woman. Hey, lady. Hey, less than 2 months, 3 months before the election. Hey, you come here. Hurry up. Come on, man. Y'all don't see this? We're being made a fool of.
They playing in your face?
In your face. And we falling for it. Participation is consent, people.
Well,
I'm sorry. Hey, look.
Unless you didn't vote, you consented.
Look. Hey, you chose. Guess what? All I'm telling you is take good notes what happens to your country. You ain't got to say, oh, this person bad, this person the idiot. You ain't got to say none of that. All you got to do is take notes. What happens while these people are in office? What happens? And look. But you want to ignore everything that happened. So you made the first mistake and you saw it. Oh, we didn't like what the country went through. Oh, okay, so you're going to choose it again. Yeah, that's sound like a toxic relationship to me. He been punching me in the face the whole time. Oh, I'm gonna leave him. I don't like him. Oh, I miss him. Like, come on, man.
He only do it because he loves me.
He only do it. Come on, man. That's what y'all saying. That's what you're saying to me.
Hey, let's pause for a second. Pause. All
right.
We don't condone.
No. Yes, we do. Yes, we do. We do.
I don't.
We do condone it. Your president is a model of it.
No,
your president is a model of it. What you mean?
Thank you for saying that. Segue to my next question, sir.
Go ahead.
Segue to my next question. I'm glad you said that.
Go ahead.
So I was thinking to myself, in regards of voting for someone who had all these different negative things going on, it completely contradicts what most Christians.
Thank you. I'm glad you said it.
Most Christians would.
No.
I'm so glad. I'm so glad to get this off.
No, it don't. No, it don't.
Wait a minute.
Hold on. All right, let Alan go. Go ahead, Alan. Go ahead, Alan.
My question is to all the Christians who voted for Donald Trump. What is your justification of voting for Donald Trump, even though he, with the convictions that he's had, from the allegations to all these different things, you, as a Christian, voted for the exact opposite of what your moral compass is supposed to be, or excuse me, your faith compass is supposed to be. So my question is, how do you justify voting for that?
Go ahead, Alan.
I'm all I'm gonna say is this, and I'll let I'll let the
reverend
among us here. Here's what I always see, and I've seen it for a while. Is I find that different ethnic groups know a different version of Christ than other ones, and that is
What?
It is true. Different, and I said it like 3 days ago. I said it to somebody 3 days ago that the Jesus that you know and the Jesus that I was taught, two different dudes,
two different
guys,
completely different.
I don't know this one you talking
I don't know
about.
that one.
I don't know that one at all.
I don't know the blue-eyed blonde one.
I don't know that dude at all.
At all.
I ain't never seen him. I ain't never met him. I ain't never experienced that one. Ain't not near time.
With the
ever.
straight hair?
I never seen him.
The press kit?
Straight face.
Becky with the good hair. I ain't never seen that one. But other groups, I mean, they picked the Jesus they wanted.
No.
Okay, this is how to answer your question.
Because you said Christianity.
So let me can I respond to that real quick?
Go ahead.
So you telling me
Absolutely.
that there's two different versions for people? All
Not
right.
even just two. Not even just two.
Hundreds of
Not even
versions.
two. Not even two.
A bunch of versions.
So I'm not even talking about the image. I'm
not talking about the image either.
No. You just said the blue
No,
eye.
He said the blue eye. So but when we say the blue eye, you misunderstand. So the Jesus that I know preached except for he always said. Now Calvin might correct me, but the world was going to do what it was going to do. His job was to save the church, not the world. Now, if the world wanted to come into the church, okay, now you over here with this information. But what I find is that some groups of people, they have a warlord Jesus. They have a mistreating Jesus. They have a backstabbing Jesus. They have a I don't care about the Gentile Jesus. That's the one they got. That's not the one that I got. That's not the one that I read about.
That's what I'm saying. Like how do you? And I'm not expecting you or Calvin to answer this question, but perspective wise, how do you get all of that different stuff from the same sentence, from the same words?
Easy.
That's crazy to me.
No, it's not.
So it still don't justify. That's still no justification. What you got, Cal? But I understand what you're saying.
How you looking on time? Do we need to
go? No, we don't need no part two. It's gonna be. I told you. I told you it's gonna be a long episode. It's gonna be a long episode.
All right,
they're gonna watch it.
Anytime for me personally, anytime people throw in Christianity or church or Bible into anything other than the church or the Bible, I cancel them.
A curveball other than the church or the Bible.
But that's true.
No, because again, this is why. Because people pick and pull
for sure
what aligns with what they like.
Their agenda?
No, what they like, because it's not even their agenda. Okay. It's what they're okay with. It's especially when it comes to things like politics.
Yeah.
Because I'm okay with saying homosexuality is wrong. I'm okay with that part as a Christian. Okay? I will ignore helping the poor. I will ignore that part. I will ignore helping the scriptures that talk about to those that know to do good and don't do it. It's counted as sin unto them. I will ignore those scriptures because I'm okay with saying these. So when it comes to time to vote and stuff like this, I will manipulate the Christians. And guess what happened once again? Because I say the Republican Party is for Christians and the Democratic Party isn't. When in fact, your government isn't for any of it.
Nope. Wasn't built.
So how do you justify labeling your faith and religion attached to your government when your government has told you plainly, I am against all of you and only have my agenda at mind? So when, as a Christian, do you come out of your ignorance into truth? Never. Because you're manipulated. And how in your own Bible it tells you many will be deceived. Congratulations. How does that happen? You walked it in again. You sat there and saw it. I'm a Christian. Oh, fool. You didn't see the deception dance right in front of you. but I'm a preacher. And I would get up in my congregation every Sunday morning and run the people in the dirt because of my political views. Idiots. You're not. I don't even listen to you anymore. I will remove myself as far away from you as I can get because you're not representing what I believe in my Bible.
Sounds like you had a personal experience.
I won't do it. I will remove myself. I ain't even gonna argue with you no more. I'm not even discussing it. This is not an option. Time is short for me on that end of the spectrum. I see it. I'm not deceived. I see the clock. Guess what, player? Guess what? If you ever wonder how Antichrist and anybody can come get you, hey, guess what? It's that easy. Smooth. No discussion, no argument. I ain't got nothing to say. I'm gonna slide out, back up, worry about me and mine. We'll be over here. Hey, hallelujah, praise the Lord. Go ahead. Go ahead, because y'all don't see it. Nobody, hey, and I'm like this now. I'm like this. I got this problem, and people know it. I will go sit down and shut up. You ain't got to worry about me. I'm not getting in the pulpit. Don't even invite me to your church.
You ain't got to worry.
You don't have to worry about me because when you buy deceit like that, I know you don't pray. I know you don't follow God. I know you don't read your Bible. I know you don't study. I'm not discussing it with you. What's there to argue with you for? No, wrong one, bro. Hey, America, keep doing what you're doing, baby. You've been doing it for how long? Doing an excellent job. Congratulations. Give him a hand.
Hey,
Please
listen,
give him a hand. Because the message hasn't changed.
Speaking of that.
Hey, man, y'all bad. I'm not. Y'all got it. Y'all got it. Keep buying these lies, y'all.
Hey, you know what, though? You know what I will say? The system is working.
The system is working as it was designed. It's doing what it's supposed to do.
Doing exactly what it was supposed to do.
I've been saying that. Good job, y'all.
We
good job.
Try as we might.
Nope.
But here's the thing, and I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna mention that too, because I will say when it comes to people who try to label a party as Christian or unchristian or whatever, like the thing that people don't really realize is throughout history, we essentially negotiate with the text so that it says what we already want to believe, what we want it to say. Right. So we negotiate stuff out of the text and then negotiate stuff into the text all the time. And it was not even one. It wasn't what the original writers intended, but because we live 2,000 years later, half the time people don't even know what the original writers intended because they don't study. So that's a
factor in why there's so many different denominations and.
Well, that's a whole nother story. That's a whole nother story.
But I can easily divide people up by it. I can easily break you up by it because as long as you're not on the same page of understanding, as long as you stay in this chaotic state, I can do what I need to do.
Yeah.
Congratulations. The system still works. We progressing them. We right on schedule. We right on track. So if you upset about any of this, I ask people, guy at the gym asked me, say, Calvin, were you surprised by the results of the election? I say, absolutely not. Older black gentleman about 50-something. He said, what? You the only person, black guy,
I understand,
that said that. I said, how are you not? How did you not see that coming?
Can I ask a question?
Yeah.
Can I ask a question? Alan, were you shocked?
No.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I was not shocked at either.
No,
not at all.
No,
I was optimistic, but I was not shocked.
I wasn't even optimistic. But saw that train coming a mile away.
But I will say, I think part of the reason that we would not be, I'm surprised that gentleman was shocked that you was talking to, because if you was talking to a black person in the United States, I'm surprised that you shocked.
He said they had a whole watch party. Like
he said y'all crazy.
He said all of them were shocked and completely thrown off. And I asked him, I said, now,
I was not shocked.
I said, how long you been living in America? What gave you any?
What gave you
any impression that
when you got a black woman running,
right? You got a black one.
They didn't want the white woman. They didn't want the black woman. And you thought
what told
this was going to be an uphill battle
to me? No. And then I gave him the shot of a doubt. I said, maybe you saw that she was the vice, and then they were going to slide her in smooth. Maybe. But when the transition happened only 3 months before election, instead of giving her the opportunity to have a full shot at it.
Yeah.
A full shot. I'm sorry, sir. I apologize, but that
part is
Hey,
to me that was the key.
Well, here's the other part of that, because when the current president ran, he said he was going to be a transitional president, essentially running until the Democrats find somebody who could run better than him, and then decided to run again.
Nobody.
They got nobody. They had nobody.
But that was nobody. For me personally.
We did talk about that.
Yeah, but for me personally, that was the red flag. That to me was the issue.
They got nobody
because you set that up. You set it up either way. Either way you played this out, you did wrong. And Calvin Hill refuses to consent to this, and I will take my hands off, because now I can see trouble. When you start moving like that, since when? You know the election coming every. You know the condition of your president right now. You know the condition of your leader for the last 2 years. And you mean to tell me you're going to wait till now to try to make them red flag? Problem. All the flares went off. And then to have consistently for 2 years, this guy paraded, all publicity is good publicity, gentlemen. All publicity. Alan, if you want this thing to blow up, we got to do something extreme and radical. And it's got to be negative. I'm serious. You think this is a joke? Because people love negativity. And as long as it's negative, it can be paraded in front of them for 2 years consistently, and they will go along with it when he becomes president. Because any black person in America that was paraded in front of you for something negative, such as whatever we have, let's use something tax. Let's use some tax laws, or some. Let's use for something like that.
Okay, watch this.
No, I'm not gonna say. I'm not using January 6th. I'm not using that. We're not using anything close to treason. We're not even going against that. We're not doing that.
Let's use that.
Your paycheck. Okay.
Yeah.
You're not claiming taxes.
You get a paycheck from the government. Go ahead,
I don't even like that. I need negative. I need something negative.
I won't try to.
All right, let's go. You say I'm abusing a woman and parade that in front of people, they will remember your name for life. Guess what? Was parading in front of America for 2 years consistently. Oh, Donald Trump go to jail. Donald Trump get him, shoot him, get him. Consistently. It was free advertisement. Y'all didn't see that? Free advertisement.
But look, he's always got it since he started, because he's always gotten free advertisement.
Okay,
that's
so
he's got all the time.
How much advertisement did she get?
Only as much she could pay for.
Exactly. So now,
speaking of,
all right. So you had
where
2
did
years.
all that money go?
Hey man, listen.
Hey,
I'm not doing that nut subject. I'm not doing that.
Well, when it comes to Donald Trump, we know where it goes.
I'm talking about all the money that Kamala Harris.
That's what I was going to say. We don't know. The thing is, once you donate, because you did donate,
well, whoever
to a candidate, the money go where it go.
It costs millions of dollars to have advertising on nationwide television.
Millions
of dollars.
But I think somebody was saying
it
was
let me see how much money was that they raised? You remember?
Hey man,
no, I don't know.
Yeah, because you're talking about how Donald Trump raised over 80-something million.
No, I'm talking about how Kamala. They said she
Kamala. Kamala Harris.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm sorry.
Who? While we talk about disrespecting the black woman, who? We gotta say her name right.
No man,
Harris.
Miss Harris, right?
My God, we like Jackie. What? That ain't her name.
Monique.
Yeah, you know how often that happens.
Kamala. Here's the thing.
Okay,
here's what I'll say.
Gentlemen.
I have said that anybody that doesn't even take the time to get her name right does not even deserve to speak about her.
Look, Miss Harris.
Carmela.
That ain't her name.
Kamala.
It's easy. Just say Mamala and put a K in front of it.
No, so
it's easy.
All right.
Kamala?
This is easy stuff,
man.
Kamala.
Harris, man, just call her Miss Harris.
Just call her Vice President Harris.
Yeah,
if you can't say Kamala, call her Vice President Harris.
Vice President.
Put some respect on her name.
Kamala.
Out here.
Vice President Harris.
You're welcome. People can't even give the name right.
All right, man. But
No. They can get the name right.
Listen.
They choose not to get the name right. Because you ain't calling me out my name but one time.
Ugh. All right.
You got one time to mess my name up.
All right, so this
and then I'm coming for you.
This country can become one.
Because if you can say Cersei when it ain't spelled nothing like that, you can say everything else.
Well, in closing, gentlemen,
Cersei is honest. We ain't closing.
We ain't closing.
We ain't closing.
You're not
You had something you wanted to mention. Go ahead and mention it. Go ahead and mention it. I just had to put that in there because
mention what?
Go ahead and mention it. Whatever you was about to mention.
Bro,
you was about to ask the question.
Bro, I done forgot what I was saying, bro. Sorry, Kamala. I don't even know what I was about to say at this point because I was going to say something, but I got sidetracked because I said her name wrong, and that's no good.
Yes,
but people mispronounce words and names.
Alfonsia.
No disrespect to her, but I got caught. I was trying to get a point, and my brain
Alfie.
was moving faster than my mouth could catch up. So,
all right, your next point.
Ain't nobody gonna tell me nothing. Mm-hmm. Anyway, so
no,
said,
they are. Just wait.
Can I be honest with y'all?
Hey, wait till they cut that VA check.
No.
Wait till they cut that VA check.
Why would they cut that?
You know it's in there. You know it's in the mandate for leadership to scale back to the
Republican Party.
Yeah, it's in there to scale back Medicare, scale back VA benefits, all of that in there.
So as a veteran.
No.
Why would you vote for
something? No.
Okay.
I'm just asking.
Okay.
You better love your country.
You better love your country.
You better love your country.
While you sleeping on that park bench, you better love your country.
You better love your country.
That's crazy.
But here's the thing, though.
And that's why I said in the beginning, bro. Why are people? They don't even know what they voting for.
No, yes, they do.
Yes, they do. They know what they're voting for. They just don't know.
You know what I'm voting for? I'm voting for whatever's in this cup. I'm gonna drink it and I'm gonna love it.
And here's what's gonna happen.
That's what happened.
Here's what's gonna happen. Every bad thing.
That's what happened.
For the next 4 years, they gonna blame on the previous administration,
right? And that's they're
gonna reach even further back and blame it on the black dude.
Yeah, they always do.
Just like they try to say that it was bad, and they was going to get rid of Obamacare.
They ain't been able to.
They haven't been able to
because they did the smart thing. It is law, so they got to undo laws to do it. Mm-hmm. They got to and Congress, the House, Congress, and the president all voted for it. They got to undo laws, and they ain't figured out how to replace it. They ain't figured out how to replace it at all.
I mean, they got concepts.
Concepts and prayers.
Look.
What are we looking at, Calvin?
This has been fun.
Hit your net.
This has been fun.
What are we looking at, Calvin?
This has been fun.
You said you wanted something extreme, Calvin.
They ain't negative enough. We need something negative. You need to do something outlandish.
I mean, y'all already call them dumb. I mean, what else?
Yeah, Calvin called them dirty dumb sheep.
I didn't. You did that. You did that. I like that.
Dirty dumb sheep.
Hey, listen, I love it. Let me tell you. So here's why. Let me tell you something.
Oh, I will say this while you're looking that up. So I was under the impression that the black men did not show up, but when I did the research, it actually showed that it was.
No, they showed up.
Yeah, they actually showed up, but for some reason, the narrative was that was not the case. So anyway, the numbers.
So let me give you a couple numbers because it is crazy, or as somebody I know said, brazy.
Stop it.
No, that's what I said too. Yeah, I know that my wife said it, so I just give her a hard time now because I was like,
Janine,
what?
I got questions.
So look. So age groups. I just want to give you age groups real quick. The age groups that voted. So 18 to 29. Who you think 18 to 29 voted for?
18 to 29.
Kamala.
Yep. 30 to 44.
Kamala.
Yep. 45 to 64.
Trump.
Yep. 65 and over.
Trump.
Kamala.
That's a shock.
It was 49-49.
That's a shock.
They actually voted for Kamala, believe it or not.
That's even.
So if we broke it down, ages 18 to 44, it was 51-46, with a lot more people actually voting third party. than probably I don't know if it's been previous elections, but then when you get to what best describes your education, you ready?
Yeah.
So 15% of voters that responded never attended college. 15% of voters that never attended college. That's how many people out of the 100% of people that voted never attended college. 15%. How do you think they voted?
Trump.
63 to 35 Trump. Attended college but received no degree was 26% of the vote. 51% of them voted for Donald Trump, 47% for Kamala Harris. Associate's degree, 56%. Now they were 16% of the vote. Associate's degree was 56% of the vote. Was 56%, 41% for Kamala.
See the trend?
Bachelor's degree, which was 24% of the vote. So we already, 15, 26, and 16 is what? 15, that's 31. So we already over half the vote. Bachelor's degree was 53% for Kamala, 45% for Donald Trump. Advanced degrees, so master's or above, 59% Kamala, 38% Trump.
They must have had that critical thinking course.
But, you know what I'm saying? So in total, college graduates, 55% of them voted for the vice president. 42% voted for the former president. People with no degree of any kind, 56% of them voted for the former president. 42% of them voted for the vice president. Now,
that's crazy.
It's crazy.
I mean,
That's crazy.
That's
I don't understand.
Well, it's not really. No.
How was any of this alarming?
No. When I say crazy, I'm not talking about alarming.
No. I'm not alarmed at all.
I just like
Not
seeing the
shocked.
numbers.
Okay.
I just like seeing the numbers.
Not shocked.
Listen. Here's one thing I knew. I knew that the people who drive around in rusty trucks, because they can't get the new one,
One thing for certain,
was going to vote.
things for sure.
Was going to vote for that. But that's why and this is what I've said for years. Like, I'm going to be all right because I know that I have enough confidence in me to know that I'm going to be all right. But everybody else is who I'm concerned about because they might not be all right.
I'm not.
You're not gonna be all right.
I'm not concerned with everybody else now.
Well,
Oh, really?
I'm concerned. Well, you know who I'm concerned for.
Clutch my pearls.
Let me tell you who I'm concerned for.
I'm not.
I'm concerned for two groups of people at this point now. I'm gonna tell you who they are. I'm concerned for this 91% and this 77%.
Which one?
Wow.
Everybody else can kick rocks.
Which one? They?
Now I'm concerned about the 91% for the 91% of black women, and the 77% of black men.
Dang, dude.
That's it. Wow. Maybe Latino women. I don't live in Miami, so I ain't really concerned. But that's it. 91% of black women voted to keep a rapist and a felon out of power. 77% of black men voted to keep a rapist and a felon out of power. Everybody else said, "No, we want that. We needs that."
Keep that same energy play out.
And the only reason why I say that is because there are black people ride for a whole lot of other people, and then that riding for ain't reciprocated.
Ashley has a cousin that was on Facebook.
She had a buzzing.
Live, whatever you want to call it. Stop it. And he was on a tangent.
I'm sure.
I'm talking about the most ignorant stuff I couldn't imagine anybody talking to their family members the way that he was talking to Ashley, to the point where it's like when I saw him, it was going to be on site. Like mad disrespectful. Yeah, if anybody disagree, you can come see me. Mm-hmm. I'll kill you in self-defense. Mm-hmm. He felt strong.
Where you live at?
He felt strong about it.
Where you live at?
No comment.
Oh, I mean, we can pull up.
That's
Yeah, y'all
no
got
comment.
Y'all got it.
No, nope. I don't.
I didn't want to see if you. I want to see if you treated your word. That's all.
I don't condone violence.
I do. I do.
Except if there's certain things.
If you're being violent against me, I condone as much violence as I can stand.
Well, he wasn't talking to her directly. He was just on a rant, and then Ashley.
Oh, it ain't got to be direct.
I understand. So
It can be indirect. I'm gonna be very direct.
Yo, turn your shoulders off, man.
I'm just saying. If you listen, but I said it before. If
he was being mad, disrespectful on the Facebook Live, and then he towards her, he was still even directly. For me, it was too much. Because I don't like when people talk to my wife any kind of way, and they're all willy nilly, thinking they can just do and say what they want to. That's a problem for me.
I mean, hey, anytime somebody don't want to be here no more, just
I hope I catch
him
at a reunion though. I really do. I want to have a conversation with him face to face. Moving on. Anyway, y'all. Thank y'all. Any closing thoughts, guys?
Man,
do your last one, man.
Yeah, you got your last one.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah,
All right.
Yeah. Better hurry up.
So now this country can become one on a united front. Now that we have this new, excuse me, not really new, but he's been around the block a few times. Donald Trump, man.
I got a rhetorical question.
I'm sorry?
I have a rhetorical question.
Well, don't ask it.
No. Don't ask it. Don't ask it.
Go ahead.
Do we ever have a united front and a collective let's work together attitude whenever a black male or a female is leading? Or is it only when a white male is in charge?
I don't think that's
Are there moments in the nation where we all come together and let's work together and let's get behind this idea of unity and collectiveness, and we're gonna overcome, and we're gonna get through, and we're gonna. Are there any moments like that?
It's rhetorical, so that's a great question, sir.
So,
that's a great question.
Here's the problem, right?
Are we talking about inside of our community, outside the community?
In general.
Okay.
In general.
In general.
The only time I see statements like this, a united front, and let's work together, and we can, as a nation, as a people, we all
win. 9/11, maybe.
That was the last time.
That's what I was thinking. 9/11.
That's not the last time.
So before that, it probably would have been
direct threat.
Probably would have been Pearl Harbor. Then before that.
Before my time, but I could see that.
Oh, definitely before everybody's time. Just sitting here.
Well, facts.
But this time we destroying ourselves from the inside. So congratulations, America.
But I don't know if y'all remember this. I don't know if y'all remember this.
It might be all right.
No, it won't.
Nothing can be. It can't be rebuilt.
Do y'all remember?
Destroyed from the inside.
Do y'all remember when we was in Iraq 20 years ago, and I said that the United States reminded me of Rome before it fell? And that was 20 years ago. Because you can, when you can see.
Hey, Alan, I want to welcome you to the fall.
Listen. Hey, y'all seen 300 Spartans?
Welcome to your demise.
Y'all seen 300 Spartans?
So creepy.
It's like they kicked you over the well and you just waiting on the bottom. You just waiting on the bottom, like, well, I hope we survive this fall.
Hey, our kids might. Hey, but the train has left. The destruction of this country has left the station, people. If you need an announcement, there it is. You got your announcement. You got your sign. You got your signal.
Listen.
So if you're looking for anything else, why are you surprised?
I understand.
Okay, thank you.
Why people have a good night. Change countries. I get it. You know, people are like, no, I'm gonna fight for this. No, at some point you gotta be like, you know what? For subsequent generations, maybe we should move to America. Or for subsequent generations, maybe we should move over here. I get why people leave one country and go to another. Because sometimes you see stuff other people don't see. Now, I'm not telling nobody what to do or
It's
where
like
to go.
switching football teams every season, bro.
Why?
Go ahead, what?
Is it like switch your football
Every season?
Because every season. Because some seasons you up, some seasons you down. You just feel like America might be down right now. It'll come back.
Some people have that sentiment.
Yeah, no. Some people have an actual love and genuine concern for the nation. See, my thing is like this. It's like the Marine Corps. I absolutely loved the idea of the Marine Corps.
Right. Yeah.
I'm saying it plain. I'm not mixing words.
Right.
I love the thought of the unity and camaraderie and the defending of my nation. I loved it. I was one of the most hard-charging people coming into it until what happened while I was in it. Until the experience, until the actual taste and the actual
taste and see.
Yeah. Once I have actual experience,
The milk's gone bad.
of dealing with,
Yeah, I know.
and being still
You silly.
black in America,
Right.
trump the thought of being in this great organization, and it showed day to day. Once those happened for me, I'm sorry, my hands off.
It's gotten better, Calvin.
No, listen.
Why you
Listen. See,
Why? Why would you say that to that?
you
man?
ever dealt with a person that's been abused or traumatized in certain situations? I have been traumatized by my nation. So listen, you can't push those buttons. I'm going to therapy for this. I'm getting help.
Wait a minute. You going
He
to therapy now?
ain't going to therapy in his Bible. He going to therapy in the Bible. He ain't going to no therapy. You know that. You know
Why would
he
you
ain't
do
doing
that?
no
Why you
going to no
I
therapy.
told you before, I don't like being gaslighted, bro.
Talking
I
about going
told
to
you.
therapy. He in his prayer closet. That's all he do. That's all he do. Come on now.
Listen.
Stop it.
Listen, you cannot trigger people. You can't go around pushing people's button because they're dealing with issues. Black people, black men, black women are dealing with issues in the country, and they're being triggered consistently in the workplace, at home, in the schools, and in your politics. And if you're not paying attention, they're getting fed up. The people are getting fed up. And you don't have the same passive generations that you had in the past. Okay? So I'm telling you, the nation is in a bad state. Black people are psychologically hurting.
True.
Women
Some
are
of them.
hurting. And I'm
Most
saying,
of them.
people, y'all need to stop, pay attention to what's happening, be aware.
You got some folks out there waiting for you to look at them wrong and smirk.
Listen, and that's what I'm telling you. People
it's
are on
over.
edge at this point, on both ends, and it's not
That's
good.
not a normal way to be. Like
No, and this is what I'm saying.
Well,
This-
but then if that's the
somebody
case,
told
I've been
somebody
smoking
told
about
me
therapy. I've been
somebody
smoking for
told me in
15
therapy.
years.
Somebody told
of
me
therapy.
that's not normal. Some stuff is, hey, you've been abused so long that you think it's normal, and it's not. So, America, listen, don't get me wrong. Don't get Calvin Hill wrong, because I love you. I love the Marine Corps before you, though. All right? But we are in a bad relationship. This is not good.
You know, you saying that made me think about something that I heard LeVar Burton say the other day, but I had to find it so I could actually read it. But what he said, he says, you know, I want my friends to know that while I am unquestionably their friend, I am also absolutely filled with rage.
Rage, yeah. Hey, that was tough.
And I was like,
saw
that is the experience that most black people get in this country. Like, I am definitely your friend, but make no mistake.
I can't even use that word right nowadays.
Rage.
No, friend.
Well, yes, but I mean, the rage part is all I was getting at.
I understand. I understand.
It's always under the surface.
Yeah.
I might, I'm a happy dude, but make no mistake.
So, I'm glad y'all. See, that's why I rock with y'all. I'll keep my mind sharp. So, what do you say to people who have or will say that they have lost friends and friendships, long friendships,
over the politics?
over this last election because
Bye.
of the vote?
Bye. That's what I say.
Listen,
because if you showed me who you were, we were never really friends.
No, I don't say that.
Because here's why
I know that word friend is I'm saying it loosely, but in general I'm just asking because I've had conversations with people who have disconnected a relationship because of the differences between their opinion of I don't say right and wrong, but between politics.
Okay.
So one person would say I support.
Let me roll back.
Okay, go ahead.
Let me roll back.
Okay, roll back.
Because at the end of the day, I don't talk to that many people anyway. So most of the people that I see that are outrageous and stupid, I see them from a distance. I don't see, because for the most part, I know the people that are around me. I know their tendencies. I know what they believe. I know it's the people that are out there on the fringes, and all of them I can certainly afford to cut off. All of them I can certainly afford to cut off. If you was out there on the fringe, it ain't to me. It ain't about the person.
So you're saying you can't be a friend with somebody that has a different opinion?
No, I'm not talking about opinion. I'm talking about people who have fundamental different views on what human rights are.
That's a different opinion. That's
not an opinion. That means you would be okay with me being back in slavery. That means you would be okay with what they used to call, where they used to do electroshock therapy to keep people from being gay. You would be okay with that kind of treatment because you feel so strongly that homosexuality is not a person. And if you don't believe in people, if you don't love people, then you also don't love me.
Okay. Thank you.
Because I think that everybody should have the opportunity to live their life. I don't have to agree with whatever your life is. True. You should still have the opportunity to live that life. And I shouldn't put stuff in. Here's the thing. You cannot legislate morality.
That's crazy.
And if you want to legislate morality, then we are fundamentally different people.
And you can't rock with that.
If you want to legislate morality, no.
Got you. Okay.
I said it before here that I think that if you lived in the woods by yourself, do whatever you want to do. But once you come in contact with other people, now you've got to fit in society. And you've got to be able to allow other people to live their life, or you can't be allowed to live yours either. Because, and that's why, I always ask, do we really want to live in a theocracy? Because whose theology? You want Greg Locke? Who told everybody that if you would vote Democrat in his church, get out, you're not welcome here?
You got preachers that do that.
You do. And guess what?
You don't go to their church.
Well, you don't want me to say what you don't want me to say what.
You say what you want to say.
You don't want me to say what I want to say.
You say what you want to say.
You don't want me to say what I want to say. Because I have said before, I'm not. Listen, if it's one thing I ain't.
That's all the questions I got, man.
Go ahead, that's just a question.
I tried to, because as y'all were talking, it just brought up some things that I was thinking about, but I didn't get a chance to put it into my notes.
Said, what was your last statement?
About
friends,
losing
cutting people off.
Right. Cutting people off because of the difference of
political views,
religious views,
and see,
my thing is, and this is how I deal with a lot of people. I want you to have different views. I need you to have different views. I need you to share those views with me. I do. I honestly, because I need to. I'm one of the people that like to see it from other people's perspective and then come up with my own thought. And as long as you allow me to have my own thought without imposing your thought on me, because I'm not going to impose mine on you. We can share and be fine. And we can disagree and be fine. I don't like it when people take it to the level of degrading other people's character based on their views. You don't have to do that. That's unnecessary. You can have your view and have your policy, whatever else, but when you degrade everybody else, no, that's unnecessary. You don't have to do that. And I feel like a lot of people try to attack people's character before understanding the view. Because even though I don't agree with a lot of Republicans, I sure don't agree with a lot of Democrats. So for me, it's like, okay, but tell me your view. Tell me what you're seeing, because I don't have the same experiences as you. I have a different lens. I have a lens of my experience. I know how I experience life. I know what I see when I go to the schools. I know what I see when I go in the workplace. I know what I'm experiencing when these people are in office. I know what I'm experiencing when these people are in office. But from your perspective, what are you experiencing? That's what I try to tell everybody. Pay attention to what happens, because that should tell you what you vote for.
Gotcha.
But friends, I'm sorry, people. I do apologize if I hurt your feelings. I apologize if I have hurt people's feelings in the past. I apologize.
And did.
Because I say, I make this statement consistent. If my name doesn't show up on your phone at certain times, I apologize. We are not friends. We're not. We are acquaintances. We're co-workers. We are worshipers. We fellowship. I understand all that stuff. But I do not use that term friend lightly. Because to me, when I say friend, it places a demand on my life. As a friend, you're demanding time from me. You're demanding support from me. And I don't mind. I'm not saying this because I don't mind. I don't mind. If I'm your friend, let me show myself to be friendly to you. Give me the opportunity to be your real friend. Just don't say Calvin, my friend. No, give me a chance to prove it, because I'm gonna ask you the same thing. If you say Calvin's my friend, I want the opportunity from you to prove it. We got that friend stuff too, and if a political view can break your friendship, you're not a friend. Us three do not think the same. At all. We on different ends of the spectrum on almost every area of life. But that doesn't mean we're not friends. That means we have different perspectives. That's the problem with Americans right now, is that if you're a Democrat, I hate you. You idiot. Stop it. Stop. I mean, to have, and see, this is what lets me know. Is it really the political party, or is it something else? Because for you to ride around in a Confederate flag to intimidate people and to scare people and hold out signs that say Democrats need to be killed or Democrats need to be run out there, right here on Greenbrier Parkway, people riding up and down the street. If you have to do that, that tells me there's another issue.
Yes.
Yeah, bro.
Yes.
Yeah. This is why a lot of people, and I'm just being transparent here, Virginia, and Chesapeake, Norfolk, Virginia Beach, you Trump supporters out there that were riding around and intimidate people. That is the downfall. That's the problem. That lets me know that it's not about the politics. It's about your hatred. It's about something else.
And that
so when they're leading, and you can front all you want, you can disguise all the the hatred and the prejudices and the racism, you can hide it behind something, but it comes out. So when it comes out, don't be mad when people call you on it, and stop hiding behind your politics. Just because you're in a pulpit and you showing up saying, oh, if you this or that, you shouldn't be in my church. Okay, you should hiding behind the clergy. You hiding behind the cloth. You hiding, and now it's coming out. You can't hide. Your character can't hide but so long, and I'm sick of it. So stop using titles as whatever to hide your real intentions.
When we can
Don't
see
get
it
mad.
plain-
We see it plain.
plain in the face.
When somebody sock you in the mouth.
So stop it.
Had to use that word, sock. Oh, I have a question.
Hold, can I answer the question first?
Go
real
ahead,
quick?
yeah,
I'll be short. So when it comes to politics, or excuse me, when it comes to differences of opinion, friends or people that I associate with, I don't care. You can say what you want. And some people get disrespectful with it, which I understand, but I have to be very open in my communication about the disrespectfulness of some people and how they come across about trying to express their side or their perspective. So that I correct up front, because I used to be passive aggressive. Now I'm less of that and more
Just aggressive,
straight up
aggressive.
in your face. Yeah, all the above. And then, so I don't mind any of that. So the only line that you will not cross is if you put your hands on me while you're trying to express yourself and your opinion because we disagree on something. That's why I draw a line. I don't really care, because people will say slanderous things and things of that nature, trying to get under your skin, and they try to say certain words, they try to push buttons. None of that affects me. None of that does. But and I say that with associates, because my friends know better than to come across that line.
You can get under my skin. You might get what you were asking for.
Anyway, what question you had, bro?
So I have a question. So, because this is one of the hot button issues.
Uh-oh.
This is one of the hot button topics. So, how many, as a percentage of the U.S. population, how many people do you think are transgender?
I have no idea.
We'll just take a guess based on the rhetoric. What would you think that would be?
2%.
Nah, I'll give you like 12, between 12 and 15, maybe 20. I don't know.
A percent?
I'm guessing.
What
Percentage.
is it?
1.4.
Oh,
Congratulations.
So people making all this, raising all this cane about 1.4%.
Yeah.
well, I don't think I know. It's not just that.
So they said if you because you said earlier, that's what made me think about it. You send your school as Timmy, she come up to my whatever.
Yeah.
Jesus.
So, but that ain't happening. So that's what I mean when I say people just, and this is why I always go back to people just be out here believing lies.
Because that goes back to what Calvin was saying as far as the agenda and what they're trying to push against. So even if it's just that low percentage, you still got the teachings of it that would encourage people to do so. So I wouldn't say raising a fuss over the 1 point whatever. So that's all I got to say. I think it's more. I think it's just more than that percentage that you're talking about.
I don't know that anybody is teaching it.
Well, that's what they were saying.
That's what they were saying.
The school
but
system.
they brought but
As far as what they're teaching.
okay, so for me,
What
and
are
this
they teaching?
is way off the subject. Way off the subject. The sex education has changed. When we used to take sex ed in class,
Yeah.
Okay, so we kept it to the basic anatomy of people. We used to. The education has changed and broadened the
definitions.
right, and a lot of people don't like that.
As far as the pronouns and things like that.
Yeah, and then like you said, they're addressing. So sex was back in the day, years ago, was a penis and a vagina.
Yep,
We kept it very extremely basic.
In sex
we
education,
didn't
yes.
go into the details of
Yes.
fellatio and all that. We didn't do all that.
Yep.
They're doing all that now. So for me, it's like you should leave sex out of it. Like I don't let my kids participate. They give you permission. They say
you know why they're doing that though?
trying to educate kids.
Well, because what they found, and this is backed up by data, is that the more education children had, the fewer unwanted pregnancies there were, because now they had. Because I know people that were in their 20s that was like they're talking about they would wait until just after she had her period so that she wouldn't get pregnant. I'm like, that's backwards.
Anyway,
backwards. Like, did you not go to sex education? Because that's not how that works. She is the most. That's the worst time.
Right.
How many kids she got, bro?
But right.
That's the worst time to do that.
That's the thing, though. It's like some parents don't want their children to be educated on sex.
Well, who gonna do it?
They want to do it themselves,
but
at
then
a
they
different
ain't gonna do it
time
because they gonna avoid it.
Right, but people, man,
and listen,
people.
and we know. Well, I don't know.
Our generation, we would
in middle school. People were getting it in. So
don't let the internet teach them.
So at what point, man? No, let the internet teach them. Go ahead, go ahead.
I learned that lesson the hard way.
But that's why. So that's why I'm like, it's like what do people actually want? So you don't want unwanted pregnancies. Because you also don't want, because the same people that don't want also don't want abortion. So you don't want unwanted pregnancies, but you don't want to teach children how to avoid getting pregnant because you just want them to abstain, and they're not going to do that.
But I want you, your husband,
that's
and
a different topic.
We need to
all put that on there for a topic.
All right.
What,
absolutely. So we going So we still in the election. Let's finish this up because we I
was just asking because transgender was a big deal. All right, so let me go ahead and put the music on so that Calvin can give his little closing thoughts.
Closing thoughts.
I ain't got no closing thoughts about this.
All right, so
I do.
Oh, Calvin got something. Calvin, what you got?
As far as the election, people, please, I'm stressing to you, just watch what happens to our nation in the next 2-3 years and pay attention. If you like what's about to happen, do it again. If you don't, change. Because this time, you made a choice. You chose the same thing twice. So
I will say in closing, keep that same energy. So all those things that you didn't know about when you voted because you didn't do your research, keep that same energy. That's all I got.
Hey, man. I know what I said earlier, but in general, hey, be nice to people. Because you don't know what they're going through. And you don't know what they're going to put on you if you don't. So, just be nice to people, man. Be nice to people.
Wait, run that back one time. Run it back one time. You got
some hot ones in there, folks, man. Finish the ending. Bye.
That's all I'm saying.
Hey, threatening people on the radio.
No, we're not threatening people. Bye. I'm just saying, hey, there are people out there.
People are walking around armed guns.
There are people out there. Oh, I'm not going to get into that.
Jesus.
I'm just saying, be nice to people.
Don't try me.
Be nice to people. Because as we've seen before, if civility goes out the window, it's gonna go all the way out the window, and that's not.
Oh, I hate to say it, man.
I'm for
that's
peace.
Not what people want.
Calvin Hill for peace.
2027.
It's been fun, man. Appreciate y'all for riding with us. Thank you for listening.
28
comments. You can hit us up on the social media platforms.
Oh, I'm sure there's gonna be comments on the video once I post it to YouTube.
Oh yeah, let's do it, man.
You know that. Please comment a lot.
Break it up.
Comment a lot. Do a lot of commenting.
I know what's going to happen.
Do a lot of commenting.
Do something negative.
Calvin said he want all the hate.
Hey, listen, y'all don't want to hate me. I just say you like
hate.
Better cut this music off. Y'all don't want to hate me.
Why? I ain't gonna ask why.
You don't want to hate Calvin.
People, man. People are so just
because the archangel.
You don't want to hate Calvin.
Will get you.
You don't want to hate Calvin. Calvin, the last person y'all want to hate.
I tell you what, if y'all see a bus and you like this random bus in your neighborhood,
bye.
I'm just joking.
Bye.
Inside joke. Love y'all.
We'll see y'all next time, man.
Yeah.